Hello, my beautiful beloveds, and welcome to Real Talk Wednesdays with Dr. Elizabeth. I'm so happy to see you guys. Oh my goodness, I missed you last week. For those of you who don't know, we launched the website. Yes, I'm so excited, and I'll tell you why I'm so excited. That old website of mine was a dinosaur. It was an old website, and it was sweet. It served its purpose, and it had its heyday, but it was just loading too slowly for you guys. And also, a lot of you were having trouble. A lot of you guys were having trouble getting the meditation CD, and so problem solved. We took last week and we totally revamped the website, and so now if you guys go, I'll put it right here, to drelizabeth.com. It will load very quickly for you, and you guys can, bam, just download that CD and you can have it. And I'm really, really excited for you guys to be able to have that CD and put it to use every single day, because I promise you, my beloveds, it will help you. So today, it was so funny. I missed you so much. I had all these different topics. I was trying to think what I want to talk to you about. But I think today, the one that I really would like to talk about is beauty. And there's a lot of things that go into beauty, not comparing ourselves to other people, owning our own beauty, and not being in judgment about other people's expression of beauty. So those are the things I really want to talk about today. So let's go ahead and first start out with the topic of beauty. Over the years, beauty has, just the concept of beauty and what people think is beautiful has changed so much. I mean, literally, I'll be 60 next month, which is just absolutely mind-boggling. And even throughout my 6 decades on this planet, beauty has changed so much. And the idea of beauty, the idea of what a beautiful body is, and the idea of what a beautiful face is just changed so dramatically over the years. So the first thing I want to share with you guys is own your own beauty, because styles are going to come in, styles are going to go out, but you, my beloved, are a 1 in a million trillion infinity. I think you guys have heard me say this before. In all of eternity, for all of time, frontwards, backwards, in all dimensions, there's only one you, with your divine, magnificent, unique combination of gifts to express and be and shine in the world. And that makes you gorgeous. It makes you beautiful, and it makes you divinely unique. So own that. Really own that. I'm going to tell you guys a little story, because it's pretty interesting. So when I grew up, I grew up in a very conservative part of Wisconsin, right outside of Milwaukee. And so, especially back in the day then, and especially in this community, I was made fun of for being too curvy and too hippie. Like literally, now I don't mean hippie peace love and joy. I'm talking hippie and ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. And literally, they made fun of me. They teased me for having a big butt. They teased me for my hips being too wide. And literally, even, like, I remember the jeans to wear in the day were Gloria Vanderbilt's, which is so funny. People know Gloria Vanderbilt's son, Anderson Cooper, much more than they know Gloria Vanderbilt these days. But she was like the designer of the day. And these jeans, I swear to God, unless you were built straight up and down, you couldn't get in them. And I couldn't wear those jeans. I would buy them, and they would be way too tight in the butt and way too big in the waist. And, you know, everybody was like, you know, teasing me in junior high and high school that, you know, you can't even wear the jeans that are in style, and like really teasing me. And even after that, I remember I did, even in my 30s, I was doing some bathing suit modeling at that time. And I remember I had an agent. I'm going to see if I can find the picture and put the picture up. And the picture was shot up on me. So it really accentuated the size of how I looked. And the photographer loved it. But the agent was like, you need to take that book out of your portfolio. And I was like, why? And she said, you look too fat. And I was the exact size, shape, and form. In high school, during the Gloria Vanderbilt jean stories, I was the exact same size and shape and form during this time when the agent told me I was too fat as I am right now. My body has not changed a pound in all that time. And yet, what was in style then is certainly not in style now. In fact, I've been told by people, you're not hippie or curvy enough. So the reason I share this with you is if I got myself all worked up and tried to be what was in style, I would have made myself stick thin back in the day to wear the Gloria Vanderbilt jeans, which would have been very unhealthy and not good for me to do. And now I would pack on some extra pounds to try to fit in with, being a little more curvy. And I would just twist myself into a pretzel trying to fit in to what society considers, quote unquote, a beautiful body. As opposed to just saying, this is my body. This is the size, shape, and form of my body when I'm at my ideal weight and ideal health. And I'm just going to enjoy that, regardless of what they're showing on TV or in the magazines, or regardless of what other people are saying. I'm going to own and enjoy exactly who and what I am. Same thing with hair. Oh my goodness, back in the days, guys, I have a lot of thick curly hair. Back in the day, I grew up, I was born in 59, so 60s was twiggy, skinny, with straight pencil hair, blonde, and I was made fun of for my hair too. Like literally in grade school, they teased me for my hair. Remember also, guys, there were not blow dryers in the day, and there were not electric curlers or anything to fix your hair up. So I just had this massive curly kind of crazy wild hair. And I was made fun of. Now that same hair, flash forward right now, is like very much in style. So I really want to emphasize to all of you that whatever it is you are and you have in terms of skin and hair and body shape, size, and form, to own that and rock it. Now, so that's the first part of what I want to talk about. That's your unique beauty. Own it, rock it to your best ability, and really make it shine. So I'm going to talk about 3 different sections. The second section is, and I talk about this in my book. If you guys have not, go check my book out. And the reason I want you to go check my book out is this whole channel, not just Real Talk Wednesdays, but my entire Dr. Elizabeth channel and my Instagram are solely based on my book, Skinny Dipping in the Fountain of Youth. And so all the material I share here, if you like it, it all comes from what I wrote in my book. So if you haven't already, go check it out. In fact, I have it on the website now. You can actually get it on the website. And I know some of you guys have, and if you have, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So a woman's true beauty, regardless of her size, shape, form, age, color, background, anything, her true beauty is what comes from the inside out. It's the light, the soul, the heart, the joie de vivre, the elegance, the grace, the fun, the sense of humor, the wildness, the passion, all of those qualities that, like I said before, make up the uniqueness of you. When all of those qualities, when all of those energies can radiate and shine through you, that's when you're most beautiful. I promise you. And I've seen this time and time again. But I'm going to give you guys one example so you guys can really see this. As you know, I love salsa dancing. I'm a salsa, bachata, and kizomba dancer, which are all Latin dances. It is my passion. It's my life. It's my love. And oh, God, it just gives me so much joy. I love it. Probably it's one of my greatest joys in my whole world. Besides you guys, who I absolutely adore as well. And I remember one Sunday at the promenade, because I go out salsa dancing every single Sunday at the 3rd Street Promenade. And I remember it was a beautiful summer day, and it was packed. There were people all dancing. There were all ages, all sizes of women, shapes, forms, colors, from all different parts of the world. And I happened to not be dancing this particular dance, and I just stopped for a minute, and I looked across the dance floor, and they were all in their element. They were all dancing and spinning, and my beloveds, every single one of them was undeniably gorgeous. And I was looking at that going, wow. And the reason being is because it was the light within them that was shining and radiating through, the joy that they feel of dancing, the sensuality and sexuality connection that you feel with your partner when you're there. Like, it's like making love on the dance floor. For those of you guys who haven't done it, please go try it. It literally is like making love on the dance floor. It's so beautiful and so sexy and so passionate. And you could see the light force energy just shining from them. And I thought, that is true beauty. And I'm going to give you guys one more example of this. I used to teach a sexy dance class at the Learning Annex. And I thought, you know what? I can really show these women how beautiful they are by helping them moving their bodies in ways that wake them up sensually, wake them up passionately, and wake them up femininely, and wake them up sexually. And not that anybody needed to be woken up, but a lot of the women who came there, that's what they were looking for. And it was more, so much more than just a quote-unquote striptease class. So I called it How to Dance for Your Lover. And I remember one time, and it was such a fun class. I had such a delicious time doing this class. It was really amazing. And I remember one time, there were probably 80 women in this class. And it was a huge room with mirrors all across the front. And I was teaching the women how to shake their hips. Kind of like, it's hard for me to do here, but kind of like just shaking them back and forth and moving their, like just moving them, moving themselves in a way that woke them up sensually. And I remember I was showing them, and all of a sudden I looked in the mirror, and there were tall women, petite women, curvy, voluptuous women, stick thin women, like all ages, all colors, all sizes, all forms, everything in that classroom. I mean, it's 80 women. That's a lot of women. And I looked in front of the mirror, and I was like, literally it brought tears to my eyes. I was like, my God, they're all gorgeous, because they were all tapping into their own essence of what femininity, sensuality, sexuality, and passion was for them. And it was exquisite. And that's really where I learned, those two places, watching on the salsa dance floor and then also teaching this class. I really saw that what makes a woman truly beautiful is how she expresses her essence from the inside out. So, first part, that was the second part. Now the third part, and this is a very controversial subject, but I really want to talk about it because a lot of times I get messages from people either on Instagram, and if you guys aren't on Instagram yet, head on over to Instagram because I do posts every day, stories every day. I do a lot of really, really fun things there, and I would love to have you as part of my community over there as well. And so a lot of times I'll just say, ask me a question. And I remember getting a fair amount of questions saying, Dr. Elizabeth, I really want to know your take on cosmetic procedures. And so I'm going to break this into categories as well because I have a lot to say on this. Let's talk first. There are cosmetic procedures that are what I talk about in my book. And if you guys have read my book, you know this. It's in my chapter on Heal. Because science has advanced so far, there are available to men and women procedures that are all natural, using nature, using radio frequency, using ultrasound, using light, like literally light in the form of lasers, to regenerate and heal the body and skin. Personally, I think that's amazing. What that does is it affords women and men alike an opportunity to regenerate themselves. Now, that being said, I'm all about regenerating from the inside first. You can do everything in the world you want to yourself. You can freeze your face silly, and you can, regenerate every ounce of your body. And if you're not radiating from the inside out, you will look structurally like a statue, perfect or beautiful, but you won't be deliciously radiant. You won't be undeniably gorgeous, and you won't be attractive to either the same sex, if that's what you're into, or the opposite, because what really attracts us is what's coming out from the inside, which is why I talked about part 1 and part 1 first. Part 1 and part 2 first. That being said, to be able to take advantage of these treatments that are now available, I think personally is an amazing thing. And if somebody wants to do this, I say go for it. I think it's amazing. Next, we have treatments such as fillers, such as Botox, and things like that. What I call refresher treatments. Botox is a little dicey conversation for me. It's not 100% natural. I think if someone wants to do that, I'm going to leave this topic under, just blanket it by saying, if somebody wants to do something to make themselves feel better, I think it's their own prerogative, and they have every right in the world to do that. So the third category is actually what I would call plastic surgeries or cosmetic surgeries. Now, again, if somebody wants to do a treatment that makes them feel better, I think that that's their prerogative and that it's their right to do it. My preference is not to have a judgment on it. What I feel is that let's develop from the inside out first, because a lot of times people will go to do a procedure to try to heal something that's actually a wound on the inside, and that's where you see where you get carried away. It's like you see people and they keep on doing procedure after procedure, and it gets a little out of control. So if somebody's already done the inner work, if they've already done a lot of healing on any wounds that they might have about a lot of their own issues, because trust me, we all got issues, and then they decide they want to go do something, that's their prerogative, it's their right, it's their body, and it's their own right to do that. All right, my beloveds, that's it for today's video. I know this was a really deep topic, and I know there's going to be a lot of opinions on this. This is only my opinion. It was asked, and I shared it. But like I said, it's just my own opinion, and I understand people may have different opinions. I respect that. I respect all ends of the spectrum on this topic. People asked, and I wanted to share my own feelings on it because I think it is a really deep topic and a deep subject, and something that I really wanted to talk about here on my channel because it goes with all the things that I do share here. All right, my beloveds, so that is it for this week's video. You guys know I love you. I love you to infinity and back, and I'm so grateful and thankful that you guys are here with me, and really appreciative that you take your precious time to spend with me. I hope you liked today's video. It was a really juicy topic. I hope you enjoyed it. Comment below. I know this is going to start a conversation because a lot of people have a lot of opinions on this, but go ahead, feel free to make your comments below so we can really get engaged in this conversation. And until next time, remember, my beloveds, above all, you can do this. You can make your life the most delicious, beautiful, fulfilling, successful, and delightful, wonderful life imaginable. And I'm here to help you every step of the way. Ciao.